Hello, everybody. This is Tim here again. Here another review. This time for the Chucky series, season 2, episode 2. Now, as far as episode 1 went, I thought it was good, not great. It felt like a drop though, and it was kind of made me worry about this season. I gotta say, this picked it up for me. This was a 4 out of 4, great episode. Not totally perfect. There are some problems, but overall, great episode. You got a Chucky who's like scouting around or whatever inside the Catholic boarding school, like after the characters. He's like taking pictures of them and everything, and they're pretty much presenting like a new Chucky plan. And this Chucky's job is like scout and everything, instead of just like taking revenge on the characters. They introduced some new characters, and like one of the girls, they introduced this new girl character who has like frizzy red hair or whatever, and wears glasses. Kind of gave me like a Harry Potter feel almost. And they do make like a drop line about Harry Potter by calling this other dude like Malfoy or whatever. Um, Overall, though, it was really entertaining. I actually like Devon Sawa in this back as another character. I was worried about having him back, but he actually does a good job here playing like this kind of overly strict, like almost good intention but mean spirited like priest character. And that was one thing I was worried about. Like, I'm not Catholic, and there are like a lot of like problems in the Catholic like community or whatever between all the cover ups and stuff they do or and have done. But not all Catholics are evil, and I was worried that Don Mancini was just going to make this just like some religious Catholic bashing or whatever for the whole season. And no, it's not really like that. There are some douchebags here, or some gullible people who are Catholics who seem like Chucky can take advantage of. Like this one girl thinks she sees God's face or something like that, or Jesus's face and Chucky's face because he's delivered as a doll. So she just like, and the other nun's like, didn't you see our Maker's face in a taco? Which was pretty funny. Like there's this old nun here who actually is kind of funny. When Chucky first comes to life, like behind her, he pops up and she's like waving the cross at him. He's like, "Isn't that for vampires?" And Chucky starts making noises, acting like a vampire, going ah. That was pretty funny. And then of course she has a heart attack, similar to the old military guy in Child's Play 3. That was pretty nice. That was a fun effect, or not effect, but fun sequence. Um, they like end up going after Chucky, and he like climbs up a chimney, and the red haired girl like takes her in her room, and Chucky comes to life and starts snapping photos again, then taking off. And they end up capturing him and tying him up, trying to figure out what his plan is. Meanwhile, you got like this Jennifer Tilly like side plot. I will say this: Jennifer Tilly is fine here; she's good. But at the same time, this whole Jennifer Tilly like side quest in from this season, from last season and this season, it's like it's really never really defined. Like it's never really even explained why Jennifer Tilly even brought Chucky back to life after Seed of Chucky, because they had a pretty horrible breakup there. And I guess it's just supposed to be like a running gag now that Tiffany just goes back to Chucky no matter what. So I guess we're just supposed to assume that. You get the hint that Glenn and Glenda are going to show up next. They just show up at the end, but they just tease it. They don't show their faces, save for the next episode. But you also, I kind of like this twist. You get the twist being that Chucky and Nika inside of her body are actually like working together, and they're gonna try to overturn Tiffany and kill her to get revenge on her. Because Chucky wants revenge on her because she's the one that's ratted him out and sent the police after him, which was actually a retcon because they explained in Curse of Chucky that it was like Nika's mom somehow that did it. They hinted at that at least. Uh, but now it's been revealed that Tiffany's the cause of his death, basically, and so basically Chucky inside Nika's body teaming up with Nika. They're forming an unlikely alliance, even though she hates Chucky, to pretty much take out Tiffany, which is interesting. This is a good, interesting turn of events to have the enemy of my enemy is my friend thing with Nika and Chucky. It's actually interesting. I do think they need to kill Tiffany's character in this. At some point in this season, Chucky and Nika need to get revenge. Nika needs to get some kind of payoff. She needs to kill Tiffany. Tiffany needs to die. I'm sorry. I know Jennifer Tilly has her fans, and I like Jennifer Tilly too in this franchise. She's good. She's never been as good as she was in Bride, but she is still good. But overall, she needs to be killed off in this franchise. They need to move away from her and just focus on the Chucky stuff. Or maybe even bring in the kids and just have them take her place as like main characters and focus on them. Like either hunting after Chucky, or maybe they divide up and one of them wants to kill Chucky to get revenge for the death of Tiffany, and the other one wants to help Chucky. Who knows? They could do so much with that. But they need to get rid of Jennifer Tilly in this. I know her and Don Mancini are friends because Don Mancini loves the movie Bound and all that, but you don't need her. You really don't. And they need, because Chucky's the star. This is Chucky's franchise. You just don't need Jennifer Tilly's character. Not for this long. You don't. They really didn't need to bring her back after Bride. But I've gotten used to her now, even though Seed was bad. She wasn't bad in that, but I've gotten used to her now though, because just being around so much. But at this point, they need to do something really interesting with her character to really like push her plot like home or whatever, or forward with this whole Nika thing. She needs to be killed off to give Nika resolution. She does. But yeah, overall, 4 out of 4. I like the tease at the end. This other one other little problem I had with it is there's a cop character who shows up like looking for Nika, and Tiffany like tells him that she is there or whatever, Jennifer Tilly, and she's in Jennifer Tilly's body or whatever. And he walks in there, and of course he turns his back, which no cop is going to do, and she automatically slits his throat just like she's done thousands of times, which is just it's become like too much of a running gag at this point. That was kind of weak. And another thing is there is a somewhat funny but a little bit too much joke in here where Jennifer Tilly or Tiffany inside Jennifer Tilly's body is like watching random Jennifer Tilly movies all day, and she's watching like Liar Liar, and she's like, I was so great in that because she wants to be Jennifer Tilly, you know. It's kind of funny seeing like the scene from the Jim Carrey movie there and everything, but at the same time though, this whole joke and stuff about her being Jennifer Tilly and all that is once again it's just kind of played out. You don't really need to go that much further with it. But yeah, overall 4 out of 4, great episode. I look forward to seeing what they do in episode 3. But yeah, this was a great, just fun episode. Especially the Chucky vampire joke, that was pretty funny. But yeah, overall, Brad Dourif was great. The actors, the kids, they felt a bit more natural here. The child actors did. They were all three good. Overall, 4 out of 4, great fun episodes. So I'll see you guys again with episode 3 of season 2.